From Artemis Oracle, doing your reading today. This is an early morning reading for me. I'm doing this before I go to work, so I don't have much time, so I won't be answering any questions. I'm gonna put subscriber mode on because I should be done before. It shouldn't be a long reading, so I wanted to see what messages you need to know for today. Yesterday was the new moon, and we're still currently under the new moon in Gemini. I did a new moon in Gemini reading, so you can check out the live stream tab to see. Maybe there's a message in there that you need to know. And for now, let's see what messages you need to know at this time. I'm going into a Lenormand deck. See anything that you need to know at this time that's for your highest and greatest good. I hope all of you have a great start to your day, or your day went well, depending on where you are in the world. I know some of you are in the evening right now, but let's see what messages you need to know. This is a quick tarot reading, a Lenormand reading, actually. Let's see what you need to know at this time. Okay, key. The answers: unlock, revelation, open, yes, breakthrough, solution, fate, karma. So if some of you have a question, the answer could be yes. It's yes. As Leo, any day now, and then the sun. So the key. So some of you may be getting some key information. There may be a key person that you may be interacting with today, or whenever you come across this reading, that's going to provide you with some sort of information. That's going to either unlock certain knowledge that you weren't aware of, or it's going to provide you with some insight that is going to, some insight that may have been held back prior, and it's going to allow for there to be some sort of breakthrough. Anything else with the key? Anything else with the key? We got Scythe. Ooh, all right. Scythe is one of not the best cards. So this is about, you have to beware. Sudden removal, clearing, separation, breakup, warning, abrupt cutoff, and shock. Astrology Libra, timing 10 months, 10 days in October, and Mars energy. Scythe is something that, it's basically, it's like something's being cut out. So you're getting information that's going to allow you to come to some sort of decision of what you need to remove, what you need to separate from. This could be something that you may be learning. Something may be cut off from you, or cut off. If you're having surgery, best of luck. I send you lots of healing prayers if you're going through some sort of surgery where you're having something removed. Hopefully, if that's how that message resonates with you, and I don't do medical readings, but that's something that popped up. They usually do a biopsy of whatever they remove, and you may be finding out something. Hopefully, it's clearance that you don't have anything, or you may, but of course. But it could be just something simply that's breaking apart, something that where there has been an injustice. It could be a relationship that may be ending. Some of you may be finding out somebody's relationship is ending. We also have the sun here, which is indicating success, victory, happiness, truth, yes, positive outcome, good fortune, fame. For some of you, like I mentioned, surgery, sometimes we get like certain things removed, and they do testing to see if there's anything found in whatever they removed from someone's body. And then some of you may find out that you are clear of anything that may become a bigger issue, if you know what I mean. We're talking about the C word. Some of you may be finding out that you're clear of that. Another card that came up was photograph, the past, memories, the past returning, past influences, and familiarity and nostalgia. All right, another thing too is that there may be something that may have been cut off. Like maybe you cut off a person, maybe a person cut you off. There may be some information that you're getting. It could be you recalling certain memories, you going back, or it could be somebody maybe returning from the past. Someone who may have been sneaky, conniving, or this could have been a very strategic move on your part to separate from somebody. But with the Sun card coming out, there's going to be a positive outcome, though it may be a tough, uncomfortable situation, but a positive outcome is in the other side of it. It's funny because I talked about, I wanted to say something about justice and fairness. There may be some sort of resolution with that. But I didn't realize that the bottom of the tarot deck had the Justice card. So we do have Libra on the table with the Scythe card. And I think that's why I mentioned justice earlier. So there's going to be something just. And some of you may have been treated unfairly. The reason, the cause, and that could be cut off too. But there's something that you definitely should be on the lookout for, you know. There may be certain information that you're going to get. There's going to be a solution that's going to bring positive outcome. And it may be something tied to your past. It could be tied to a past person, but it could be something that is familiar to you. Maybe a solution that you utilized in the past that will serve you well this time around for whatever needs to be cut out, if that's all connected. But there may be some key information from your past that is going to allow you to separate from something that has served its purpose. You cutting something out, separating from something, breaking up, clearing, decluttering. It may come to a shock to somebody, but ultimately it's for your highest good with the Sun card. Okay, let me see what the key is tied to. Can you tell me what the key is for? Key answers: unlock, revelation, open, yes, breakthrough, solution, fate, karma. I think something has reached its time too. Something has reached its peak. Like I've been saying lately, like something has reached its expiration date. But tell me about key. These cards are so difficult to shuffle. I'm just going to take out randomly. We got the Wheel of Fortune. Fate, karma. You saw me. I took this card out randomly because these cards are hard to shuffle. They're not the easiest to shuffle. Something is going to work on your favor. Like the Sun and the key card together, it's like something, there's going to be a positive outcome. So for some of you, it could be something, I did mention surgery, so some of you, your surgery is going to be successful. As long as you're taking the necessary precautions, you're following doctor's orders, taking your medications, giving yourself the proper healing time and stuff. Don't try to rush it too. Let me get something else. Yeah. Moving away, going towards peace, transition, healing, movement. The Wheel of Fortune moves depending on your actions. It either moves forward or backwards. So, but the fact that the Six of Swords showed up is indicating of positive forward. I want to say positive outcome, but forward momentum. I hate when I do that. That is so. And look at the Judgment card is underneath too. If it's a court situation, you may be having a positive outcome. There may be information coming out that works out in your favor that's going to allow for you to receive your justice, however that means. A favorable judgment. Okay, let's see. Now, what is this scythe? King of Pentacles. I don't know if some of you are, it could be legal, and it could be having to do with money, assets. I don't know if some of you are a fire, no. I want to say earth sign. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. I don't know if this has to do with will. Because I just thought of cut out of a will. Somebody was cut out of a will. I don't know if this is tied to somebody who is an earth sign who was cut out of a will. I don't know. I don't know. Seven of Cups, dreams, confusion, illusions. I don't know if somebody was creating confusion, but there's certain clarity that's coming out with that scythe. Like the key with the scythe, like key information is coming out and clearing up any confusion, any illusions someone may have been trying to create. With Six of Pentacles. So there's going to be like fairness in whatever this judgment is. There's going to be fairness, a fair outcome. There may be somebody who was trying to do something, but they may get something, but they may just get like little crumbs. I don't know if this has to do with a will. That just popped up in my mind, but okay. But the fact that the sun came out, sun also brings clarity. It shines light on situations or issues. It illuminates things. So something is being illuminated. Got this Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is like the ultimate success when it comes to finances, abundance. And the fact that I'm clarifying the sun and it has success, victory, happiness, truth. Yes. Positive outcome, good fortune, and fame. We have the Wheel of Fortune coming out as well. So some of you may be, the judgment is going to be turned on in your favor. And this has to do with legacy, generational wealth. It could be even inheritance. And I brought up will. That came out to my mind. And then the Hermit, Virgo energy. That's earth sign energy. Some of you could be a Virgo, or it could be a Virgo involved in the situation. Say balance, fairness. Go with the, you know what? For some of you may have retreated instead of fighting. You had faith. I feel like some of you had faith. You knew that things were going to turn out fair, that you knew there was going to be justice, there was going to be fairness. So you may have took time to yourself, but to make sure that you stood grounded, that you didn't get caught up in whatever the situation was. You didn't want to, you took your time to introspect, to separate, break away from the situation, which is cut out, Two, you took a break, you separated. You didn't want to, because you wanted to maintain some sort of balance within yourself. You didn't want to get caught up in the dramas. So some of you could have just let things go as it may, some of you had to take a step back. I feel like it's more so a step back to allow things to unfold without you trying to force the situation. Some of you, like, this is funny because the photograph card came out and this has to do with the past. So something from the past was brought up. Like I said, key information from the past is what is bringing solution. It's bringing the answer. It's turning things around. So that might resonate with some of you. Now, what's the photograph card? Ace of Wands. If it's not inheritance or will, it could be like a divorce judgment too. Because when this card came out and then I see it with this, I don't know if somebody's getting a divorce. And then somebody was like trying to like make sure that the person didn't get anything. But then it's like, no, you messed up. You broke the agreement that we had. And I have proof of it, because you think about the wands, that's usually, let's just spark a new idea, right? You could get new ideas from the past, right? But aside messages, this made me think about the phallic symbol, someone possibly committing adultery, and that could be, but that may not resonate with everybody. That just popped up on my mind. That could be somebody's message. Um, but something from the past did spark. Look at the Sun card came out again. Yeah, something from the past was revealed to bring a solution, to bring clarity, to bring something to light, you know? But it's like a positive outcome is coming from this. Yeah, there was a lot of conflict, a lot of disagreements, arguments, people talking over each other, someone possibly being deceptive, sneaky, and that we did see the fox card earlier in the Lenormand deck. So someone could have been the fox. Unless I don't want to say foxes are sneaky, and there are, but you know, they have a positive connotation too. But in this reading, it's negative, you know, and somebody was trying to be sneaky like a fox. You know, they were trying to win at all costs using certain, and you know, sometimes you just gotta let things play out. You gotta let people fight, and you just take your break, and you like let everybody do the arguing and the fighting and the whatever, and you just like, some of you just may have taken yourself out of the situation. You're like, let that like play out on its own. Let me not even get involved with that. And that's a wonderful way to like of protecting your peace, you know. But definitely somebody was trying to, I don't know if somebody, I think it has to do with the passing, because the Three of Swords, I think somebody was trying to be sneaky and take advantage of some of you if you were like you were grieving, like if you were grieving a loss, like some of you may have been at a vulnerable state. But the Seven of Swords doesn't necessarily have to be, there could have been somebody being sneaky or something, but it's also somebody going back. Photographs usually are memories. So somebody went back and they got something from the past too. The way I like to see it is like somebody went, they were very, this is, the Seven of Swords is also the card of strategy. So someone probably went back to the past. Sometimes you have memory, but like, okay, I remember something. Let me go look at this. Let me go look in this box. Let me go look at that. And then you end up finding something. But it works out in your favor. This is a weird message. But this is something that maybe somebody needs to hear. I wasn't planning to do this type of reading, but it's just what came out. Some of you could be dealing with the water sign energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or that they could be involved in the situation. We have the King of Pentacles, which is earth sign energy. We have the Sun with Leo, fire sign energy. And then we have the Hermit with Virgo energy. So some of you could have a Virgo sun, a Leo sun. Some of you could have an actual sun that is a Leo child. But it's whatever is going to be working out in your favor for whoever this reading is for. It's going to work out in your favor. You're going to be, whatever happened here, you're going to be moving on from it because of the key information that's coming out, and you're going to have a positive outcome, and you're going to be able to move on and just keep moving forward. Like you can move on from the situation. You don't have to no longer deal with this. No longer have to be looking over your shoulder. No longer have to be looking to the past. It's about moving forward and and paying attention to the things that you really care about and value, you know? So I think the advice in this is, if you're going through a situation like this where there's a lot of drama, sometimes you need to take a step back, not involve yourself. Protect your emotions, remain grounded, emotionally grounded, even mentally grounded. Because we do have the King of Pentacles. He's someone who's very grounded and centered, has that earthy energy. But then you have the emotional groundedness of the King of Cups. You know, you still have love, you still have care, you still have compassion. However, you're remaining grounded, emotional maturity. So that's might be needed in this situation, especially if you're wanting there to be a favorable outcome. Don't get involved in any dramas. Let things play out. Let the key players let people do what they do, and then you just stay out of it. You get involved when it's absolutely necessary. Okay, so I'm gonna end this reading. I hope this reading was helpful in some way or another. If it was, please like, share, and subscribe to Artemis Oracle. My name is Tan. I'm your reader, and I hope you have a great rest of your day wherever you are. Bye, everyone.